The Jeep build-off continues as we look at the highlights from day one and put our GPS skills to the test to see what team finds their geocaching treasure first. It's a race for all the marbles today on TruckU.
Team Steele versus Team B-Man. Day number one is in the books and we got a lot of work done. Day number two starts right now, and this kid's been talking all morning long how he thinks he's ahead of me or something. I don't know what he's thinking.
I mean, look at this thing. We are about done. We hit the top of the mountain. Now we're just cruising down. We've got power underneath the hood. We've got Ka still killing it. Rob's still killing it. Your guys are MIA. You know what? I even got a bigger winch than you.
You're delusional.
Oh, you
but
don't
I
even
still
have
like
your
you.
winch yet.
Yeah, we're getting to that, dude. I got 4.5 inches of lift, upgraded drive shafts, killer new doors. It's all good. We're still polishing off the steak and lobster from last night, dude.
This one's going to be easy.
Come on. Watch out, Matt. All right, got that out of the way. Now, one of the things that we noticed when we took that bumper off was that this hole and this one right there, they were noticeably smaller. And if you've ever put one of these aftermarket bumpers on, when we're running those bolts from the backside, you got the powder coat on there and this, that, the other, you want as much room to work with. It's going to make your life a little bit easier. So we went ahead and took the stepper bit and made these a little bit bigger right here. There we go. You got it. I think that's about where we want it. You like that, Matt?
That looks good.
Okay, cool. So let's get this thing up. This is the new bumper that we're going to put on the front from Body Armor. And this thing is big. All right, so we slide that on, and this is a high-tech bumper. Not only is it big and impressive looking, and if the car's in front of you at the bank look in their rearview mirror and they see this, they're going to be getting out of your way, right? But you look at, you got the guard up here, the winch mount, the tabs are already there for the fair lead mounts. That's in there. You've got light holes right here. It's a high-tech, big bumper, man. I like it. It's going to be a nice little facelift for the front end of this thing.
It is day two, and once again, teamwork, the name of the game on our side of the shop. We finally got access to the lift. Kyle's already underneath, starting to work on our suspension. Now we're looking on some of the little details in the meantime. Rob took that front plastic grill off, and he's continuing to take off some of those fake chrome pieces because, quite honestly, it's not the look we're going for.
No, I like it under the hood. It looks good, chrome.
Yeah.
On the outside, not so much.
No.
So what we're doing is we're pulling all these plastic pieces off. They're just plastic chrome with two-sided tape behind them. Take a heat gun, release the glue, they come right off. Well, they usually do, pretty easy. There we go.
You know, the back of the vehicle is probably one of the most important things as far as I'm concerned because it's all about safety. You know, if you're out on the trails and something goes really wrong, this can be the difference between you losing your ride or somebody getting hurt or just being another day out on the trail. And we got these from H3R Performance. Not only are they practical, but they're cool looking as well. They're blacked out with the billet nozzle and this cool billet bracket right here. It holds it secure going down the road, and it's got a quick disconnect, so if you get in a situation, you have easy access to it. That is pretty cool.
Now I've got my winch mounted up. It's a 10,000-pound version from Super Winch, and this is going to be just fine. That's going to be all that I need. Now, I know Bruno went on and on about the fact that he has a 12,000-pound winch and I've got a 10,000-pound. Really, that just begins his overcompensation issues, and that could be an entirely different show. I don't even want to get into it. 10,000 pounds is going to be more than enough. Now, let's talk accessories, because I've got some stuff that he doesn't have. First of all, I've got the cable and rope dampener. Now, this is nice. Let's say you're getting pulled out or pulling somebody out and you've got the cable stretched tight. You hang that right on it. In the event of a failure, if it snaps and drops down, this will put it right onto the ground and it's not going to recoil and become a dangerous situation. So those are always good to have. A couple other little things that just make sense, like a strap like this. If you're pulling out, you got to wrap that around a tree. That's going to be much better than digging the cable through the tree. A little tree saver right there. Gloves, always a great idea, especially if you're working with cable. Now here's something that the B-Man does not have. This is the Snatch Block, and what this will do is, hypothetically, if he's stuck right here and I'm stuck right here, the winches don't really do us much good. We've got to be able to hook to something and pull it out. Well, we could wrap the cable around that, hook this to the tree, and now we can hook this and back that way. No matter what our angle is, we can get each other out, right? Now here's where it really gets interesting. He said I only have a 10,000 pound winch. Well, let's say I want to pull myself out. I want to hook to a pole that's right up there. So now we wrap the cable around this, and that doubles my pulling power if I'm pulling myself out. So now I've got 20,000 pounds, and that's more than enough. So B-Man, put that in your pipe and smoke it. We need to go to break right now. When we come back, we'll see what he's got going on.
Rob, you smell that? It smells like someone's smoking a pipe. It's weird. Hey, welcome back to TruckU. As you can see, we are finally gelling together as we all get to work on one project at a time right now. The Jeep is up in the air and we're starting to work on the suspension. This thing's really starting to take shape. Now, when we got this Jeep, it had this little boost block right here, which was giving it a 2-inch lift, which is fine because this thing was just driven down the road. It's an inexpensive way to go and it gives you the look you might be going for. The problem is it's not practical, let's say, if you're going to do some serious off-roading. Here, I'll show you why. This is the original spring. This is the new spring we're going to be putting on to give us our new lift. The problem is the spring's shorter. You don't have as much travel here because of that block. So what we're going to do is we'll pull this out of the way and put in our new lift kit, which is going to be 3.5 inches. It's the Rugged Ridge lift kit, 3.5-inch lift kit from CSE Off-Road. Now this is great because not only do you get everything you need, you get the springs, the shocks, and some of the hardware, but this whole kit isn't 6 inches. You don't have a ton of geometry issues starting to come into play. One of the things we do need to address is the sway bar and the sway bar links, because in factory it sits like this, but with the short links that come with it, it would have to be hung down like this with that suspension. Not what you want to do because you're going to lose overall travel and some of that geometry. So what they do is they include in the kit these longer ones that'll go in the back. You take the ones in the back, you transfer them up front, and all this stuff will all start to gel.
So here's another cool thing that Bruno didn't know anything about, and this is going to take Team Steele right over the edge. We are replacing these stock Fender Flares with these flat style ones from Bushwhacker, and these look great. When you get them on the Jeep, it really opens up the wheel well. It makes the whole thing look a lot more aggressive. Then you couple that with the bigger tires. This is going to look awesome. Now, Sharon, I know that there are some things that guys want to pay attention to when they're doing this, right?
Definitely. Two main things on this bulb here. There's 2 spots where you need disconnected. It's a simple twist right here behind the reflector and then a little zip tie. Make sure it's disconnected before you start to rip out this. There's gonna be little clamps in here that you're gonna have to use some power on. So you ready to rip and roll?
Are you ready to rip it out of there?
I think so.
Let's do it. Woman power. Bring it on. Yeah, get it, girl. Come on. You got it. Yeah. Nice job. See, Bruno could not have handled that. That was awesome. Good job, killer.
Thank you. That's woman power for you.
That's exactly. Now, what else you got to do here?
Just take these clamps out and then get ready to put the skeleton on and get ready for the new flare.
So you got it handled.
Totally handled.
I'm out of your way. All right, nice job. Thank you. Now we'll move on in here. Bruno was talking a little bit earlier about the performance upgrades. Well, we've got one of those ourselves. We've got the new K&N cold air intake that's going in right here. And this is going to be nice. It's pretty easy to do. You've got 3 brackets right here that you got to put in. We already put them in. Just takes a couple of minutes. And then this box will actually sit right down in 1, 2, 3, right down there on those brackets. And it's simply a matter of hooking up all the pieces. I mean, this goes in minutes. You've got your crankcase vent hose right there. Then all we have to do once that's all tightened up is drop the filter in. The cool thing about this filter is with K&N, they've got a 1,000,000-mile limited warranty on this thing. So it is going to last, and this Jeep is going to be breathing and running better for a long time to come. We're back in our buddy's engine shop today, and we're looking at an automatic transmission. Now, this can be one of the most complicated things on the planet, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Avoid it like the plague. If you don't know what you're doing, take it to somebody who does. But you know what the good news is? There are some things you can do to help keep that thing running smooth.
Now, if you look inside an automatic transmission, you can see there is a maze of oil passages going on inside of here, and there is a method to the madness, and what controls the flow of oil throughout here are control valves and pistons that are actuating back and forth. The problem is if you get a situation when you have varnish buildup on those control valves or those passages, the tolerances are really tight, so it won't allow them to actuate fast enough to get your gear changes fast enough or fully enough to control your clutch pack. When the clutch pack slips, it'll burn up. It won't allow you to tow and allow your transmission to slip going down the road, which is going to cause you a lot of problems and cost you a lot of money.
Now, here's the good news. To remedy that situation, all you've got to do is add Z-Max to your transmission. There's a couple good things that can go on. Let's say you've got a varnish buildup. Well, the Z-Max is a micro lubricant. It's going to soak into the metal and create better lubrication, and it's going to send that varnish on down the way. If the transmission is brand new and you treat it with the Z-Max, it'll soak into the metal, being a micro lubricant, and that varnish isn't going to have anything to stick to, so you won't have that problem.
Just one more way that Z-Max can help you go down the road.
This segment of TruckU is brought to you by Cars.com, where confidence comes standard.
So Sharon has everything under control as far as the fender flares go up front. That brings us to the rear of the Jeep right here and to the rear bumper. Now Matt's got a big head start on this one, so let's get the stock one out of the way, all right? So that slides out easy. And we can take a look at the new one that we got from Body Armor and see what is going to happen with this. So we'll slide it in. Got to get it up over that hitch, right? There we go. Close enough. All right, that gives us an idea of what it's going to look like. Here's what I like about this, is you take a look at that stock bumper that was here, that wrapped around this corner. It was kind of weird with the flare. Now that that bumper is gone, look at that. It's huge. Everything is just wide open. There's a lot of real estate back there. I love the way that looks. Now, let's take a look at this as well. This is the big swing out tire rack, right? All right, I'll give you a hand with this. And we'll just kind of get this in place so we can see. That's what it's going to look like. Now, we're going with the 35-inch tires. You could hang one of those on that back door if you wanted to, but that's a lot of weight, and it could give you some trouble over time. This is going to be much better. So this bracket, we can just get it in place, tighten it down, hang the tire on that. That'll swing out and make things nice and easy. All right, let me get this down, and you can finish that up. You good? All right. Now we can swing over here and see where it all comes together. I mentioned the 35-inch tires a couple of times. You take a look at it. These are the BlackRock Uomo Series 908 wheels. What a beautiful wheel this is, man. It's a single-piece aluminum alloy construction. It's clear-coated, 8 holes, looking good with the black accents on the inside. Just a really nice wheel. And if you look at the color that we've got right here and the color of the Jeep, they really kind of match really nicely. It's kind of like the shoes match the rest of the outfit. And I'm envisioning all this, and now that I'm seeing the whole package come together, I gotta tell you, I almost feel bad for Bruno. Almost.
Well, if you flash back in time, you remember that we started our Jeep build by putting on a brand new set of performance headers on this JK. Now, before we can move on, we've got to make sure we tie off the rest of this exhaust system. One thing I want to call to your attention is the transmission, because right now Jeep's having some issues with them overheating prematurely. So in a stock configuration or in the aftermarket, you see the exhaust tube runs right underneath the transpan. What you need to do is make sure you put a heat shield or heat deflector underneath here to keep this exhaust from prematurely overheating that transmission. But Rob and Kyle look like they've got that all handled. We've got the back suspension done. Matt, honestly, is probably about a half a step ahead of us, but it's not about who gets done first, it's who does the better job, and these guys are going to get it done. Looking forward a little bit, I want to show you guys something here right now. This is the BlackRock Viper Series 900 wheels, and I think they're the perfect complement to this Jeep. First of all, they're understated. That goes with the whole look we're going for right here. They've got that tungsten finish with a clear matte coat. What makes it nice is it's got the depth of all these accents and machine flanges throughout it to give the wheel a little pizzazz, you know, but it still looks understated. You tie this up with the Hercules 33-inch tire. It's really a winning combination that complements the Jeep, and I think it will help us get the job done.
Thanks, Robert.
So the last piece of our performance puzzle for this Jeep is to install the Diablosport Trinity. Now, we've used this on a number of different vehicles, and that's what's really cool about it is one part number works on all different cars and trucks. Now for us, we're going to look at its performance capabilities, but there's a ton of other things you can do with it. First of all, you can do diagnostics, you can clear codes, you can data log, you can use it as a gauge pack, but once again, it goes back to performance. Now you can do stuff like horsepower or fuel economy and just about everything in between. Different specific Jeep calibrations you can go to. Well, stuff like modes if you want to go and use your winch. It'll bring you a high idle, which is going to allow that alternator to spin faster, charge up that battery when you're in big draw modes, and allow you to do your winching. Let's say you've got a Rubicon, for instance. It's going to allow you to now engage or lock your differential in four-wheel drive. Jeep-specific crawl mode, which is going to give you more bottom end power to get you up and over obstacles. And for guys putting big tires on, it's going to allow you to adjust your threshold for your air tire pressure sensor. So you got a bigger tire, you're going to run less air pressure, right? Well, what's going to happen is you're going to get a warning light in your dash saying that your tires are low. Well, if you adjust that threshold, you get rid of that warning. It goes on and on and on. There's a ton of different stuff you can do with the Trinity. For us, it all centers around performance. All right, man, we are finally done. Dude, that was a lot of work.
It was a lot of work, but I got to tell you, I think they both look great, man. Yours looks very nice. Nice job, dude. It's all good. So now we got to take them outside, right?
Yeah, that's where the fun begins. You know, Kaz set up our little geocache, and I got the first checkpoint here. You might want to punch that into your Garmin.
All right, let me punch this in. This is going to come in pretty handy because if we didn't have these, who knows? We could be driving around getting lost all over the place. It's going to make it a lot easier.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. I got Rob driving for me. You got a driver?
Yeah, Matt's going to do the driving. So
we're navigating, right?
Matt, yeah, we're navigating, and we got team drivers. So you ready?
I'm ready, buddy.
Let's
bring it on.
Hey, welcome back. So we made it out here to the trails and we're getting ready to start our geocache. I've got the coordinates punched into the Garmin and it looks like the first stop is right down here around this little corner, down this little road. So all we need to do, Matt, is get there before Bruno. So let's hit it, man. Let's get the show on the road. Yeah. All right, so we're looking for, our answer is between a blank and a hard place, so a rock. That looks kind of like, well, let me see if there's a clue over there. And that'll get us to our second place. Hold on. You haven't seen Bruno, have you? I haven't. Got it. All right, so here's the coordinates for the next one. It's got to be this way, right? All right, I'll punch it in.
All right, so we're already through checkpoint 1. Now we've got our second set of coordinates. According to our GPS, the next clue should be pretty much right around here. Aha! This has got to be what it's saying. Bang, bang, boom. All right, checkpoint number 2. Here's our clue. Sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple. What is broken every time it's spoken? Find your next coordinates and the answers. I think I got it. This is. All right, Rob, so the answer to that clue is the word silence, and that gives us our next coordinates for checkpoint number 3. I think we're gonna win this thing.
We gotta find that last box before Bruno does. Because honestly, between you and I, if he wins this thing, I'll never hear the end of it, you know?
Step on it, Rob, there he is, let's go.
There it is.
I got this.
Oh, get out.
It's all mine, baby.
Come on now. Woo! Hold on. Oh.
What is this, another clue?
Oh, dude, there's clues. Yeah, hold on, look. All right, so there's 3 clues, and we gotta get, they correspond with the common. In bowling, 3 strikes in a row is a turkey. Well, hold on, I can't answer all the questions.
Come on.
Because then you'll open the box and you'll take it.
Well, come on, you know I know this stuff.
In April of 2000, the band Metal School will change their name to Steel Panther.
Oh, Steel Panther.
Yeah, Steel
That's
Panther.
not even fair.
Dude, you don't know that? Watch this, brother. Oh, that was 2008, Jack. And I believe
that is
that
a
Steel
setup.
Wins, baby. Done deal. Bruno, loser again.
You and Kyle were in cahoots the whole time. I know it, man.
Dude, look what I won, Bruno. All the marbles. All the marbles. That was your idea, dude.
That's
I thought there was going to be...
for that sham of a deal we just had.
I thought there'd be some cash in this bag or something, man. What's going on with that? No, that's fine, though. I beat you. That's the important thing.
I'm taking the blue one.
Matt Steele wins. Hey, this was a lot of fun, though.
It was a lot of fun.
We did have a good time, and we're going to put all the coordinates up on our Facebook, so check it out. And there's a bonus coordinate there with a very special prize for whoever finds it. It could be you, so definitely you want to check that out.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's head back to the shop.
Yeah.
Cool?
More
all
work
right,
to do as always, brother.
Matt Steele is the winner. That's the important thing. Bruno,
I can't
epic
believe I
fail.
lost to him.
For more information about anything you've seen on today's show, check out speed.com or visit our website at truckutv.com. Here's this week's Sparkplug Tip, brought to you by Champion Sparkplug.
Iridium is a precious metal, so why wouldn't you want that type of metal working near your precious engine? Iridium-type spark plugs are the new standard at the original equipment level, and that's mainly because iridium is extremely resistant to erosion, during the spark sequence, which is important for extending engine life. So we choose the Champion Iridium plug from Federal Mogul. These plugs use iridium on the center electrode and platinum on the ground, and they use a fine wire center electrode with a V-trim ground electrode for a sharper spark focus. The Champion Iridium plugs come with a 7-year unlimited mileage warranty, which means they may be the last plugs you will ever need to install on your engine.
Welcome back to TruckU. You know, LMC Auto Carpet is one of the world's largest online retailers of automotive flooring, whether it's carpet or vinyl or sound deadeners or floor mats. Pretty much anything you need, they've got it.
Yeah, they offer cut and sewn as well as precision molded carpets for just about any application, whether it be car, truck, or van dating from the 1940s up into today. Now, they also offer a number of the original colors you'll see here, as well as the original materials from OEM, and their heel pads meet or exceed OEM specifications.
Now, LMC Auto Carpet works for the same parent company as LMC Truck, so you've got the peace of mind of knowing that you're working with a company or ordering products from a company that's been doing it for a long time, and they're very much used to delivering you quality products. This is the XD trailer hitch system from Inventive Products, and the whole idea here is one hitch with multiple attachments and thousands of uses.
One of the cool attachments is their patented swivel lock attachment. It allows you to get close enough, is good enough now when it comes to backing up to your trailer. And what I mean is you can swivel side to side, back and forth. So as long as you get close, you can hook up to the trailer. Once you pull away, it locks in place. It's a really cool feature.
Yep, the name of the game right here is turning your hitch into a useful tool, and that's what it's all about with the patented XD trailer hitch system from Inventive Products. This is the 3M paint restoration system, obviously from 3M. And what it is, it's a great way to take old oxidized paint that just doesn't look good anymore and really make it look brand new all over again and keep it looking new as well.
Yeah, they make it pretty easy. They give you everything you need, include color-coded pads to go with each one of the steps, a simple 3-step process allowing you to bring your car or truck back to new again in terms of paint, and you can do it in your own garage and save a ton of money from going to a body shop. First of all, first step, you've got the scratch remover. Then you move on to the shine restorer, and then the synthetic wax protectant. Now, they also give you the scratch eraser pad, a patented product from 3M to get those deeper scratches out of that clear coat. So everything you need right here in this kit, and you can get that car looking like new again.
The nice thing about that is when you do that, you really notice the work that you did, right? As opposed to fixing something internally, and you spend all that money and you don't even notice it.
Yeah, instant gratification.
Exactly. That's what it's all about with the 3M paint restoration system.
Man, we had a lot of fun doing the race, but it's all the time we got this week for TruckU. We'll catch you next time.